Let's try watermelon with honey. Woo. Oh, that's so good. Oh, I love it.
Every guy thinks that every girl's dream is to find the perfect guy. No, every girl's dream is to eat without getting fat.
Let's do some cooking.
What happens if we make peach mango pie with lumpia wrappers?
Ripe mangoes, canned peaches, white sugar, syrup from the peaches, and simmer. Cornstarch and water, then stir. Transfer to a bowl and cool. Parang manipis siya, so doblehin natin. Sabi nga ni Gordon Ramsay, stunning.
I like to flip mine often. What I'm looking for is a deep golden brown. Ooh. This is so good!
Let's do some cooking.
One cup of brown sugar, 1 cup of peanut butter, 1 large egg, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, half a cup of chocolate chips. Mix it all together. Divide into 12 and place on a prepared baking sheet at 350 for 8 to 10 minutes. Boom.
Trust me when I say this is how you make a high-level steak. What better way to celebrate 1 million followers by showing you how I cook the best filet mignon ever? Now let's go! Temper 30 minutes, then lightly cover in oil. Rosemary salt! If you know, you know. Sergeant Gilbert reporting for duty. Finely ground. Now roll the edge. Bring your pan up to medium-high heat. Little avocado oil, and sear. Flip after about a minute. Stick with me. By the end of this video, you're gonna understand the technique. Now rest 2 minutes. Drop the heat of the pan to low, and add 5 tablespoons of butter. When the butter's starting to foam, put the steak back. Constantly baste. Every 30 seconds, turn the meat. Keep basting. When it hits about 90 internal, rest 5 minutes. Drop some crushed garlic in your butter. Heat back on, steak back in, and continue to baste. Drop in some thyme. When it hits 125 internal, blast the heat and baste for 1 minute. Now, one final 6-minute rest. Before we do the reveal, if you're getting value from this, please remember to like the post. And if you want to become a god in the kitchen, just hit that follow button. Woo! Oh my lord. You know I love you, Anima!
A chocolate potato cake from 1912. This is why we don't perform lobotomies anymore. Boil a potato. Did I mention this was a cake? Skins stay on, unlike Americans. Fire! Cream the butter. Can we at least have coffee first? Butter go boom. Should be a pale white. Eggy. Wakey wakey. Who's tough now? Moo juice. Bloop. M&M? Chocolate. I bet this recipe is just all the wrong answers on a baking test. Smells like dentures. Go away. Goodbye. For the icing, we boil butter, sugar, milk, and chocolate. My time has come. Not bad, dead people. All right. You're not supposed to work! It's incredible, and I'm mad about it.
You guys know that you can flip things in a pan by just flipping the pan? You've been using a can opener wrong this whole time, dude. It doesn't go sideways. It's supposed to go flat like this. And then you twist it along this way. Okay, so I just did the whole thing the flat way, and look, the can opens the correct way without having to dig your fingers around in there. If you want to quickly stop a pot of water from boiling over, just put a wooden spoon on top of it. This works because the wood is hydrophobic, which means that it can't absorb the water, and instead it just punctures the surface tension of the bubbles.
Let's do some cooking.
Peanut butter bread from the Great Depression. Now, the Depression was rough, and while some people like it that way, the world of baking didn't. Butter, sugar, and eggs were scarce, but there was shelf-stable peanut butter. Start with 2 cups of flour, a pinch of salt, only a 1/4 cup of sugar, and 4 teaspoons of baking powder. Is that a typo? We want the bread to rise, not generate thrust. On this episode of Bread Goes to Space, mix. In goes 1 1/3 cup of moo juice, that's milk. Now the 1/2 cup of peanut butter. You know Peter Pan came out in 1928. Brave king. I waited until 2019. Get in. Fold. I don't know about this. There's not much to it. Meow. Bake at 325 for about 1 hour and 10 minutes. Well, it smells divine. That's a good crumb. Man. This is stellar. It's perfectly peanut buttery and sweet. So good with so little. This is why I bake.